Hello, scientists. I am Miss Bush, and I am a science teacher at Horace Mann Elementary School in St. Paul Public Schools. And we are on Lesson 2 about the human immune system. For Lesson 2, our question is, how do germs get inside our bodies? And at the very beginning, you are asked to think about this, to ignite your learning, and think, what do you already know about this? Have you thought about it before? If you did Lesson 1 on the immune system, we learned that masks can stop germs from getting in. So why is that? Why would a mask stop a germ getting in? How is that germ getting in? Well, let's learn about that by looking at an apple. I know you've heard an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but we're not using an apple for that. Let's use an apple to understand human skin. With this apple, we're also going to pretend that this is a germ. And the food coloring can be like a germ because it can get into things and change them. It's very different from a germ because this just makes things change color and it doesn't make you sick at all. But we're going to pretend just for a minute because real germs are so tiny that we cannot see them with our eyes. And I need my paper towels over here because this can get messy. But if I take a drop of food coloring and drop it on this apple, what's going to happen? Do you have a thought? Let's give it a try. Here we go. 1 drop of food coloring on an apple. Can you see without me making a big mess? There it is, it's just staying there. Now, if I go and I wash my hands, if I pretend this is a human hand, or if I wipe off the apple, now that germ is gone. If I wipe a little bit extra good, I don't see any blue left on this apple. Well, I have some good news for you. Apples have 1 layer for their skin, but our human skin actually has 3 layers. Our skin has 3 layers. And to make the apple more like the skin, I'm going to add an extra protective layer to the apple. So there we go. Now the apple is more like our skin. It's an apple with plastic around it. If I drop some germs, pretend germs, food coloring on this apple, what happens? Nothing really. It just sits there. Now, if I took this pretend human hand and I itched my nose, I would get the germs in my nose. If I itched my eye, I would get those pretend germs, the food coloring in my eye. But if I go and wash it off, then the germs don't spread and it's taken care of. And it's a good thing these are pretend germs, not just food coloring, not a germ at all. So now let's think about our apple. What if, look at this apple right here. There's a little mark on that apple. Oh, it's so small you can barely see. There's a little mark. I'm going to make that mark just a little bit bigger. Well, no, I want to do it as a science experiment. I want to see if that mark's big enough. And I'm going to make another mark. What if, that mark was too big. That's like cheating. What if there's just a little mark on the apple? I won't do the big one. Just a little mark, a little cut, just like on my finger right now. It's so tiny you can barely see. I'm going to have to hold it all the way up to the camera. I have a tiny cut on my baby. No, it's not even my baby finger. I have a tiny cut on my finger, kids. Well, this apple has a tiny cut. And we're pretending this apple is like human skin. What happens if I take a germ and I drop it on human skin when there's a cut? Let's take a look. Oh, it seems okay. I'm going to move the camera so you can see better. What's happening? Let me, without making a complete mess, show you one more time. I'll show you a different angle. I made this cut bigger. And now let's drop some food coloring there. Can you observe anything happening? Did you see something? Where did the pretend germs go? Well, let's find out. I'm going to try and not make a huge mess, but here's our apple that had a cut or an opening in it. And now let me cut it open and show you what just happened there. Where there were cuts, the germs, pretend germs, got in. So germs can get in where there are openings. And that's the big science learning we're trying to learn about. Germs can get in where there are openings. And as long as the germs, or as long as our skin has all of its normal layers, our skin has 3 layers, then the germs don't get into our skin. But if we have a cut or an opening, that's where germs get in. Where else besides our tiny cuts on our fingers that we have to wash really good with soap and water, where else do we have openings in our body where germs could get in? Do you know? Well, lucky for you, there's going to be a place for you to write it. So let's look at the work for today. Today, for your work for Lesson 2, Human Immune System, Step 1, we're going to fill in this chart about the model. Okay, so Step 1, the item was the food coloring, and we say it is like the germs because you need to fill in this blank right here. Why is the food coloring like germs? Because they can get inside and they can change things. Okay, if you wanted, you could hit pause on the video right now, pull up the worksheet and add that answer, and then hit play again. That's okay. I'm giving you these answers to help you out. All right, the apple with plastic is like human skin. Do you remember? Let's write because they both have many layers. All right, you're getting great answers. All right, question 3, I'm not going to fill this one in for you. I want you to do one yourself, but think about it. A cut on an apple is like the cut on our skin because. How are those two the same? What did you notice about that pretend germ when it fell on that cut on the apple? All right, for your work today, over here, number 2, 4 ways germs get in our bodies. We haven't talked about that yet, but what I can tell you is if you wear a mask, it's supposed to really help you stop germs getting in. And we know germs get in at openings. So where are the openings in our body? You know it. Fill in those answers. Your mouth is an opening, your nose, and your eyes, and a cut on your fingers. Those are the 4 ways germs get in: mouth, nose, eyes, or a cut on the skin. Okay, you're almost done with your work. You are doing amazing work here today. Number 3 is all about what you think, so I can't help you too much. But what do you think? Why do we need masks and not gloves everywhere we go? What can we do with our hands to make sure we don't have germs stay on them all the time? So why do we need masks all the time, but we don't need gloves all the time? There are some things to think about, and I know your teacher will be excited to see your thinking.